Hey, Shalom. I like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now, the title of this lesson is going to be willing to lose everything but your salvation. Be willing to lose everything but your salvation. You know, and that calls for your job, that calls for your woman, that calls for your family, that calls for your life. You know, be willing to lose everything, but your salvation, because we're entering treacherous waters. We're entering the time of Jacob's trouble. And the more you complicate your life, the more you have other variables within your circle, aside from the truth, the more complicated your life will be and the harder it would be to obtain your salvation, because when you find yourself caring, that's when you start to hold on to things. When you hold on to things, you don't want to see things go. And when you don't see, when you don't want to see things go, what happens? You entangle yourself therein and you get destroyed right alongside with it. Lot's wife is a prime example. She looked back, because why? Essentially, reading in between the lines, she missed it. She missed, what was ever going back there in Sodom and Gomorrah, or she was just curious to see what the destruction was like. But the instruction was to don't look back, So it's about, above all things, obedience over sacrifice, following the instructions, But I have a particular scene here, and one of my favorite movies, Heat. One of my favorite scenes in the movie Heat, when Al Pacino and Robert De Niro's character, they are having a dinner. Here it is, the total oppositions. One's living a life of crime, and one is a cop. So one is trying to stop the other, and he makes a valid point, and then certain points that stick out. I'm gonna harp on it, speak on it, but let's get into it.
7 years in Folsom. In the hole for 3. McNeil before that. McNeil is tough, as they say.
You looking to become a penologist?
You looking to go back? I chased down some cruise guys just looking to fuck up, get busted back. That you?
You must have worked some dipshit cruise.
I worked all kinds.
You see me doing thrill-seeker liquor store holdups with a Born to Lose tattoo on my chest?
No, I do not.
Right. I am never going back.
Then don't take down score.
That's right. We ain't never going back. You know what I'm saying? Because he was talking about prison. We up the whole for like we're not going back into the world, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the true prison is. Like the scriptures say, the truth shall set you free. So we're free mentally and spiritually from this captivity. We just waiting on the physical deliverance to where we can call ourselves actually free. But when you check out the nature of the nature of 2/3, they're slave to the woman. They're a slave to the dollar bill. They're a slave to eat them. Why? Because they comply with everything that they say.
I do what I do best. I take scores. You do what you do best, trying to stop guys like me.
He says he takes scores, you know what I'm saying? So what he meant by scores was, he robs, you know what I'm saying? He steals, and he said that's what he do best, and what do we do best? We prophesy. We're going to do what we do best, which is to prophesy. The elites, the underlings of the elites, these martial law troopers and these whatever the case may be, because essentially we're a Fed case. You know what I'm saying? Your local cops, you know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything to the prophets because we're a federal case. So they're going to do what they attempt to do best, which is to what? Stop the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Because the prophets is interrupting the elite scheme of what? Setting up a new world order, an NWO.
So you never wanted a regular type life?
The fuck is that? Barbecues and ball games?
Yeah,
And we don't have a regular life. You know, we do not have a regular life. I believe when we look in what's that, the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter, it says his life is not like other men's, his ways is of another fashion. Let me grab that real quick. You know, so everything's spiritual, you know what I'm saying? These movies be spiritual, you know, once you got the word in you. You know, the prophecies and the words start popping off at the page, man. Where we at? Ways of another fashion. Where is that at, man? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15. It says, he is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. So just like he was saying in the, you know, the clip, it's like, you know, what you don't like the regular life, you know, barbecues, ball games. You know, that's not something that interested him. You know, just like, you know, brothers with families or whatever the case may be, of course, you tend to your family, you know, you give your woman due benevolence, but our ways is of another fashion. You know what I'm saying? Our life isn't like other men's. You know, we're out here taking big risk, if you will, right?
This regular type life, that your life?
My life? No, my life. No, my life's a disaster zone. I got a stepdaughter so fucked up because her real father's this large type asshole. I got a wife. We're passing each other on the downslope of a marriage, my third. Because I spend all my time chasing guys like you around the block. That's my life.
Guy told me one time, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. Now, if you're around me and you gotta move when I move, how do you expect to keep a marriage?
Well, that's an interesting point. What are you, a monk?
I have a woman.
What do you tell her?
I tell her I'm a salesman.
So then if you spot me coming around that corner, you're just gonna walk out on this woman? Not say goodbye?
That's the discipline.
That's pretty vacant, you know?
Yeah, it is what it is. It's that or we both better go do something else, pal.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Neither do I.
I don't much want to either.
Neither do I.
You know, and that's the monologue, you know, the dialogue rather, that, you know, hits home. You know, that's the dialogue that hits home, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, here it is, you know, brothers got women, you know, brothers deal with women. You know, some brothers, you know, lie to the women about, you know, where they at on Saturdays or whatever respectful day they may go out and teach, you know. Other women stay around long enough to where, you know, you may have children with them or, you know, the relationship is a little bit more serious to where you just open up and tell them. But, you know, me personally, you know what I'm saying, I don't tell women, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I'm out there teaching and everything like that because I'm not physically tied down to none, you know. So it's none of their business. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I particularly move. But, you know, you like to keep it separate, you know what I'm saying? You know, you never want to give, you know, you never want to give up your power, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? I'm not teaching no women, I'm not doing none of that, you know what I mean? So, like the brother in D.C., Kasap, I remember he said, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to give the woman the knife to stab you in the back, you know what I'm saying? It's like you tell them a little something, you know, give her a plastic knife, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, a plastic knife isn't going to penetrate. And then it's like, you know, she got the plastic knife. She attempts to stab you in the back. And then you just look back at it like, bitch, I knew you was going to try me one day. You know what I'm saying? Something to that effect, it was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But it's true. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I've been in the faith, you tell them a little something, but you don't give them the whole straight and skinny. You know what I'm saying? Because this truth isn't for women, essentially. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to handle it. More importantly, most likely, they're not going to believe anyway. But, when that time comes, the goings gets tough, and we are in that time to where, the jabs is about to be mandated, and we already know the MOTB, is coming right thereafter. Certain brothers is going to have to, leave their families, Certain brothers is going to have to leave their families, and, and it's scripture, If your woman isn't falling in line, your children ain't falling in line. Yeah, some families are going to be delivered with the elect, but then some is just going to be separated, and the woman and children may be destroyed, and the Lord just may save that man. But it's all about what? Be willing to lose everything but your salvation. That's what it's about. We got to have that in the front of our mind first. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. Soldier going into the word solitary, meaning alone. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you win this truth on your own. You know what I'm saying? Another brother can't have faith for you. Another brother can't save you. Your woman can't save you. Your kids can't save you. The only person that can save us is Yahushua. He's our voucher, through the spirit and power of Yahweh. So whatever we go through, we have to endure that hardness. You know what I'm saying? This jab being the first step is like the first hurdle, like the real first hurdle, that jab, you know what I'm saying? So we got to endure that hardness. You know what I'm saying? You may have to lose your job. You may lose your woman. You may lose certain, you have to lose out on events, things of the world, you know what I'm saying? And endure that, you know what I'm saying? Endure that, because that's a signification of being a good soldier, which is alone. You're going to be alone anyway, you know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it much more easy. Coming up out of this world makes it a lot more easier, to deal with, the distractions they attempt to keep from you, right? It says, verse 4, it says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And that's what it's about, entangling yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you tying your shoe, what are you doing? You're tying your shoe, you know what I'm saying, so what, your shoes don't come off. You're tying your shoes so your shoes don't come off. And then here it is, if you, if you got big shoes, so to speak, or an oversized shoe, sometimes you may double knot them. You know what I'm saying? And I would liken that, to if you care a lot about a particular woman, if you care a lot about a particular job, if you care so much about your children, whatever pertains to this life, if you care so much about it, guess what you're going to do? You're going to tie that double knot, so you don't lose it. You know what I'm saying? You got people going crazy on the job, snitching on other people to make the supervisors and managers happy. They're entangling themselves so what they can secure their job, or they can get a promotion. When it comes to that woman, you're doing everything extra, for that woman so she don't leave you. You know what I'm saying? You're tying that double knot. You know what I'm saying? Or even your kids. We showing, I ain't telling you not to show love to your woman and your kids, but, you got to keep that fine balance being in this faith, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to know yourself. You got to know what you're able to handle and what you're not able to handle. It's best, like the apostles say, they suggest, wait into the kingdom for a woman. Don't take none of these women serious on this side, because they will switch and flip on you in an instant, man. They will switch and flip on you in an instant. You know what I'm saying? They're controlled and ruled by Satan. So here it is. If Satan can't get to you, guess who he's going to get to? He's going to get to that woman to get to you, just like he did with Eve. You know what I'm saying? It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. So what are we warring? We're warring against this devil. We warring spiritually. You know what I'm saying? We fighting every day. We doing these shows. We doing these lessons. We fighting against the world. It's literally the elect against the world. You know what I'm saying? So we can't entangle ourselves with the affairs of this life, because this takes focus. When we watched that movie Dead Presidents, he said, look, if he think about what's going on in the world, in the outside world, he's going to be dead in the field. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset and the mentality that we gotta have, that we are not to entangle ourselves with the affairs of this life. You know, use the world, don't abuse the world. You know, that goes for your personal business, whatever the case may be. You know, because the Lord may even try your business just to see how you may handle it. You know, it says that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier, and that's who we shall only be concerned about pleasing, is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. To hell with everybody else, because look, if we please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, everything around us is going to be easier to bear and to deal with. You know, verse 5, and if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. You know, so we got to understand, you know, that coming to serve the Lord, coming to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you know, we're going to lose, man. You know, we're going to lose. Count it all joy, though, because essentially you got to lose in order to win, you know, when it comes to this truth. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1, it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. That's right. So we come to serve the Lord, we're going to be tempted, you know, on all facets, you know. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. That's right. So that's what it's about, cleaving unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and depart not away when tribulation comes, you know, when hell comes, when Jacob's trouble comes, when that jab comes, when that MOTB comes, which is that microchip. You know what I'm saying? When that pressure is being put on you, don't depart from the Lord. Don't depart from this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because the Lord's going to increase our faith and going through it. You know what I'm saying? It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, easier said than done. But these are words that we got to take in, because why? Our forefathers, the prophets of old, went through things and they took it, they counted it all joy. When the disciples got their ass kicked, they pretty much had a party, man. You know, at the fact that they got their ass kicked and was arrested, you know, for the sake of Yahweh Shah, you know. So that's the mentality that we got to carry when we, you know, if the martial law troopers come and get us, hey, count it all joy. If you're living like a pilgrim, count it all joy. You know what I'm saying? If you got to lose your job for the jab's sake or whatever the case is, count it all joy. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, it's only a matter of time. For one, the Lord's going to, you know, take care of us, but it's only a matter of time before this society's finished. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state, because it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Esau is going to make it very hard to live in society if you don't have that juice, if you don't have that MOTB. You know, you're going to be deemed an enemy of the state. You're not going to be a law-abiding citizen. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable of men in the furnace of adversity. And that's what it's about, man. The Lord want pure gold. The Lord want those men, you know, of gold. You know what I'm saying? Gold and silver, you know, precious metals. And the only way that gold gets purified is by way of what? Going through the fire, going through the hell. It says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way right and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. You know, we got to believe these words. Look, the scriptures say these words are faithful and true. So we just got to believe in the words, man. That's what faith is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset that we got to have. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to save in the time of affliction. Keep that in mind. We all sin. The Lord's going to forgive our sins. You know, Lord willing, the Lord's going to forgive our sins. But you know how sincere you were in this faith. You know, and the Lord knows. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. So death and destruction is going to fall upon those whose mind gets weak, you know, in this phase of Jacob's trouble, you know, when the goings get tough. You know, here it is, if you know better, You know, you out here getting a jab. Look, the Lord ain't going to deliver you. You know, if you getting that MOTB, you know, that microchip, the Lord is not going to deliver you. Why? Because you got faint-hearted. Your mind got weak. You succumb to the wiles of the devil. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? You know what I'm saying? What you going to do? You can't do nothing, man. The Lord going to put your ass to death. You know? The Lord's going to put your ass to death. Let me get Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. It says, this is Philippians chapter 3. Let me start at verse 7. It says, but what things were gained to me, those I counted lost for Yahushua. You know, and here it is. The Apostle Paul had rank, you know, being a Pharisee. You know, he had rank. He had people under him. He had respect. You know what I'm saying? But he lost that for what? The word of Yahushua. You know, the Lord had to blind him for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? He was persecuting the church and things of that nature, you know. But he lost it all. It says, yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua HaMashiach, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahushua. You know, so we got to look at everything within this society as shit. You know, we got to look at it as shit. Because none of the things within this society is equivalent to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know, and our salvation. It doesn't compare. Like the scriptures say, for the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in us. The Lord told us, you know what I'm saying, the Lord's going to bless us with 100-fold for everything that we lost. You know, whether it be a woman, whether it be real estate, whether it be family, children, jobs, money, whatever the case may be. The Lord's going to bless us with 100-fold. So the ends justify the means, you know? So be willing to lose everything but your salvation. You know? Read that again. It says, yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but lost for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua HaMashiach, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things. So we suffering the loss of all things for who? Yahushua, you know, because he sacrificed for us, you know, so we got to do the same for him. You know what I'm saying? And we doing it for ourselves as well. And you do it for your families too. You know, Lord willing, the Lord have mercy on them. You know, and it says the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. You know, so that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. This is Revelation 12. Let me see. It is Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Who do we overcome? Edom, this beast system, you know. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, which is his word. It says, and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's going to come a time to where certain brothers is going to have to be martyrs for this truth, you know. Certain brothers are going to have to be martyrs for this truth. So we got to be willing to lose even our life, you know, in order to receive the kingdom. Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You know, so this is Yahushua's words. So these words are written for a reason, meaning this is going to be the lot for some Akim, for some brothers. You know, so, you know, what's that saying? How that saying go? Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. You know, we hope we getting beamed up, you know, to where we don't have the taste of death. But we got to prepare for the worst as well, you know, mentally and spiritually. But either way, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to get us through, right? Let me close out with Revelation 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You know, the hour of temptation is talking about that MOTB, the microchip, right? That's the hour of temptation. And it's coming upon the whole occupied world, you know, global, right? It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So that's what, and that crown represents our salvation. So we got to hold on to this word, you know what I'm saying? Because the wisdom and knowledge is what's going to be the stability of our time, and the fear of the Lord is our treasure. So we got to hold on to this fast, meaning tight, like fastened. You know what I'm saying? We got to hold on to it tight, so it can't be taken away from us. You know what I'm saying? Because, once they jab you up, once they chip you up, look, your crown has been taken away from you. Your crown has been taken away from you. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know what I'm saying? We holding on to this word. We confirming this word. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to deliver us for keeping the word of his patience. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, unto the elect. I like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Like I said, like the title is, be willing to lose everything but your salvation. And when it's everything, everything. So Lord willing, y'all was edified. Shalom, shalom.